Welcome guys, or welcome back to the channel. This is Gamer Life and my name is Rich, and as you'll have seen in the title, today's episode is indeed more of NASCAR Heat 5. In the previous episode, if you haven't seen that one, it is up on the channel now. I would suggest maybe going back to watch that one if you want to. But if not, all we did do in that one was just create the team. As you can see, we went with Blackstorm Motorsport. We've created the car, hired our first couple of employees, and that was pretty much it for that one. Today is going to see us head off to Daytona, as you can see, for our first race with our new team. And there is a nice purse to be won here, so I'm hoping that we can go well, because then in turn hopefully that means that we can build another chassis for the speedway tracks. I'm not gonna lie, there's a bit of an oversight. I did think we'd have the money to do both straight away, but unfortunately that wasn't meant to be. But in a way, for the series, it's probably better if we don't get everything straight off the bat. But yeah, hoping for a good result. Looking forward to the race itself. I don't typically qualify well, either Daytona or Talladega, so that could be a bit of an issue. It's going to leave us a lot to do in the race. But in turn, that means that the race will hopefully just be that much more interesting. On myself there, leaning up the car, looking very, very confident. But there's got to be a lot of nerves jangling inside at the moment, as well as excitement and anxiousness and all that lot. But it's time now to jump into the car, put all of that behind us, and just do the best couple of laps that we can here. Like I said, from NASCAR Heat 4, the brief time that I had with that game, I really didn't matter what car I was in. I really didn't qualify well. I've always found that a struggle here. Don't know why. And again, the same with Talladega. So not expecting great things here. Maybe even if we can just complete the goal, that would be something. But yeah, not holding high hopes. I know there's going to be a lot of work to do in the race. I did win here last season when I was in obviously a much better car. So we know how to win here. It's just whether we've got the technology under us to do it this time around. We shall see. But here we go, on to our first timed lap. Built a nice bit of speed up in the car now. It's a lot faster than when I tried this on the previous game, so that's definitely a positive as well. For those who didn't see the first episode, we did go with engine engineer and also aerodynamic specialist as well. So the chassis itself, the suspension and that has not been touched in this car. I don't really know what effect that's going to have around here, but we'll obviously find out. But we're anyways about to cross the line now for our first timed lap, and it is not going to be the goal. It is a 47.7. And on the second lap, we're just coming out of the last turn now. Can we improve on our 47.7? We do and I mean just, there was not a lot in that at all. And as you can see, further proof of what I was talking about earlier, we're going to start in P40, so it weren't really that great of a surprise, to be honest. We've got a hell of a lot of work to do now in this race, but hopefully we can get it done. Like I said, drawing off of last year when we were in someone else's car, I did manage to pick the win up here, so hopefully we can go ahead and do that again. But at the moment we're just scrolling through, seeing where everyone finished, so obviously you can pause to see where your favourite driver finished as well. And now guys, it is time to jump into the race, so let's see how we get on there. Predictions in the comments box. Where do you think we're going to finish? Where do you think we're going to come? For me, top 30 would be absolutely fine in this one, because at least that means we've got the pace to overtake cars. The stories of the race are going on here. Newman says that we can use him as a draft partner, but we're at opposite ends of the field. Carter has been dominant all weekend, so he'll be one to look out for. And Newman, who says we can use him as a draft partner, like I said, other end of the field, he's the pole winner. So yeah, comments below guys, where do you think we're going to finish in this one? hopefully, like it says for me, top 30 would be absolutely fine. We're a brand new team running our very, very first race. And yeah, not expecting great things straight away. We are on the back of Fincham already, and it is already apparent that we're going to be desperately having to hold on to drafting air. So although we did do work with the engine, it's still not there yet. There's obviously a long journey ahead of us. Plans for this series, talking of that, is not just to end it when we've won the title. I want to carry on winning it and try and create something of a dynasty. I just want to keep this running until the next game comes out, whenever that might be. And sort of just keep going on and on and see what we can do, or until you guys just get completely and utterly bored of it. But yeah, I'd like to keep this going. I'm a new player. I did make it clear in the first episode, but for those who didn't see it, don't really know a whole lot about this sport at all, if I'm being honest. Don't know any of the drivers or anything like that. Being from the UK, we don't really cover NASCAR over here. We're definitely an F1 country. So yeah, it's the same with the game as well. Not picked up a game until Heat 4, which unwittingly I picked up at the very end of its cycle. So I did record a fair bit of just single races and stuff like that, trying to get used to the game. But of course it was out of date before I got a chance to put it up, so that brings us to where we are now, and it is also the reason why, again, I touched on it on the last episode. We're in the Cup Series because I've grinded out everything off camera to get back into the Cup Series and start what I wanted to do with the last game in this one, if that makes sense. But that does mean that the races that I did do, even though we won championships, they're kind of hollow really, because it was on the easiest difficulty, it was on the shortest race length. I really just grinded it out to get back here. Now that we are here in our own car, where I wanted to start all this off from, the races have gone back up to 25%, the difficulty's gone higher, and I did look around and try and find some settings for pit stops, tyre wear and this, that and the other. I put the caution flag on, I didn't even realise that was an option, and that is how new that I am to all of this at the minute. So anything that you can help me with to make it more authentic, again, there's the comments box. But not only that, there is a Game Alive Twitter and there's a Game Alive Instagram as well, where you can just post things, anything that helps the series. I'm more than open-minded enough to listen to it and try and implement it. One other thing that I would say about that though is just to make you aware that the footage that you're seeing now and will be seeing for the foreseeable future will just be me jumping on, making the most of any bit of spare time that I've got and batch recording these things. So don't worry too much if your comments and that don't get implemented straight away. All it means is that I've recorded on ahead and you'll see them coming at a later date, maybe even the start of a new season. It's all pretty much up in the air at the moment. But the aim for this series is for us to dominate the Cup Series and become a force to be reckoned with. It is a shame that we can't hire new drivers and stuff like that to drive alongside us. But yeah, it is what it is. We just want to become a household name in this sport. I do enjoy it when I do get to see it, but like I said, it's not something that's really covered at all in the UK. Not that I've seen anyway, not with TV packages and stuff that I've got. And just to clear up the obvious elephant in the room at the moment, I did say that I've upped all of the settings and this, that and the other, but evidently that was not in this race, because as you can see we're on lap 6 out of 8 already now. We are starting to make some really nice momentum and move towards the top 10. I did change everything in the settings, but I didn't realise that you had to then go in and do it separately in the career mode settings. So even though I changed them for, I suppose it's quick races and stuff like that, I'm not too sure. I put all of the settings in place there, but they didn't apply to my career mode. and I didn't even realise that until the end of this race. I was actually really happy and shocked with where we were at this point. I was like, oh okay, we might be on for something here, because as you can see now we're getting pushed by Denny Hamlin from behind, and he pushes up all the way up into the top 10. And also we can now carry that momentum and use Chase Elliott's draft there to pull us towards that next pack of cars. And with one lap left, I thought we're on for a really good finish here. But I was absolutely devastated when I thought, well, this hasn't really been earned because none of the new settings were in place. So we got a bit of a fluky good finish here, which is a shame for the series. But there's nothing I can do about it. I didn't realise until after the race. But yeah, we fluked a decent result here because of that, but I have already recorded the next race. So the settings that I put in place for quick matches, quick races and stuff that I don't use anyway, are now all implemented into the career mode. It was just a bit of an oversight, guys. I apologise for it. But we'll see where we truly stand in the next race. We do get a P6, which is a really good result. But obviously it was because everything was as easy and as short as it could possibly be. But yeah, our season will pick up in the next one. That's where it's really going to start. Again, I'm just going to run down the finishing order for you so you can see where your favourite drivers finished. Anyone who did put comments, and yeah, I'm sure none of you had us in the top 10, so it's a bit of, yeah, we're just going to ignore that one and we'll go from Vegas. That's pretty much where our authentic season, I suppose we can call it, is going to start. But before we leave the track, guys, I just want to say a big thanks. The last video, actually the first one, did better than I was expecting, so really happy with that. Hopefully it continues. I hope you do enjoy this as we go along. Again, I want you to get your suggestions in, anything that makes it feel that bit more real, or towards your tastes. Keep in mind, I obviously can't please everyone, but do drop the comments, do go and visit the Twitter, and do go and visit the Instagram. I will check them all before the next batch of recordings is done, and yeah, we'll just keep trying to improve myself, the series, what you're watching, everything like that, as well as the team in game, the car, and all that good stuff. But that is gonna do it for this one, guys. Again, big thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you all back for the next one real soon. Upload schedule is gonna be every other day. At the moment I do have the time to do daily, but I don't want to give something and then take it away. I'd just rather be consistent. I hope you all understand that. But that is going to be the end of the episode, guys. So once again, thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.